Welcome to Sacred Conversations, a space where we came together to share beautiful ideas, insights for your personal development and spiritual journey. We are inviting you to stay with us with presence and write down everything that's coming up. We are here in this space together with you. So join us in this beautiful conversation. Namaste everyone and welcome to the Sacred Conversation. I'm Yunieta Sando and I'm so happy to be here together with you. I want you to start saying thank you to Mother Bali because we are recording this beautiful conversation from Ubud, Bali. And as we all know, it's not so easy to create podcasts or like to work from Bali because a lot of things happens in this process. Like a friend used to tell me, if you come to Bali, you can only work on yourself, but not work on other type of projects. So we managed, thanks to Mother Bali, to create this beautiful space to have this conversation. So today with me, I invited my friend Dragos from Romania. We are both from the same country and we are both sharing this love for meditation. He is a meditation teacher. He is also teaching people about their divine destiny, how to embrace their true self and how to step in their divine destiny, because as he knows and I also know that we all have this power within us. We all have this destiny that it's waiting us to be fulfilled. We just need to acknowledge it and to step in that power. So he's the perfect leader that it helps people around the world to embody this, to embody their divine destiny. But because in this conversation, in the sacred space, we also talk about our personal journey. So I want you to share a little bit something from the background, something that people, they don't know when they are looking on your Instagram pages or your Facebook pages, because I know we are all now teachers, but we started in some point. So I want people that are listening to us to have these personal stories, how they can relate, they can understand that it's a start for everything in life, and we are not born like spiritual teachers and we are not starting teaching others from the scratch. We are going actually to a death and rebirth process so many times. Also, this is the path of remembering. So I want you to ask, how did you start this spiritual path or the path of remembering?
First of all, thank you, June. And welcome everyone. Thank you for this wonderful initiative, this podcast. I'm sure it will reach so many hearts and provide so much awareness and transformation. And yes, such a blessing to be in Bali. We have, it's a transformative place, and I witness the process, and with the strong energies, everything is shifting. So I feel the biggest lesson is to learn how to cooperate with life, to surrender, because if we think with our minds how it should go, we might have a big surprise. So actually, to answer your question, it's a little bit about this. It's a path of coming back to my true self, the authenticity, which imply the process of surrendering. So for me, there are more stages in my life. Like it was coming back around the circle a few times. So first of all, started in the corporate world. Like I was in the traditional, classical, let's say, path that most people start on. But then I realized, although on the outside everything looked fine, the inner feeling was telling me like something is not aligned. It's not. I wouldn't know what was that at that time. But I just quit my job and I went on this spiritual journey, traveling from all over the world, meeting spiritual masters and having a lot of divine encounters and experiences, which transformed me at a very deep level. And coming back more and more to my true self, to realizing, to remembering. I feel this is a big word, that it's coming more and more these days. because, and I use this metaphor with the hand, like with the open hand and with the closed hand, because we come to this world like a unique vibration, who we truly are, right? Authentic self. But because we have a lot of traumas or suffering or different events, we tend to close our hearts, to close who we truly are. We think it's something wrong with us. We need to protect. The ego develops. We make a lot of protection mechanisms. So we live this life trying to solve our personality, who we think we are, instead of who we truly are. So I believe also my path, and I feel everybody's path in a way, it's coming back from our false self to our true self. And actually, this is the path of divine destiny. Because in this space, we're living a compensating life. We're not expressing our authenticity, our unique vibration, what we came to offer to this world, our gifts. And it's a path of coming back to our true self, of remembering who we truly are.
Wow, this is such an interesting idea. So you say that we people, we are having actually a frequency of how is a blueprint.
Yes.
We are having a blueprint that
a unique
looks
vibration.
A vibration that looks like a palm. So in this palm, in the fingers,
which is also unique, right? Like the fingerprints.
Like the finger. Yeah, we have the fingerprints which are unique. So our fingerprints are unique. So you are saying that also our gifts, right? Not something that we learn from school, not our career, not something that we learn from books.
Right.
So it's something different. Like you say that, okay, it's something different. Who I become in the world since I'm born, and who I am. And actually, my job is not to study more, right? To have more degrees, but maybe my job in this world is to unlearn.
That's true.
To stay in silence.
Yes. And I wouldn't say that what we learn actually in school or whatever projects we're involved or what experience we have in life, they have a purpose, and we acquire some skills. But the key, from what I discovered, is not to use them from the mind to try to solve what we think we should do, but first of all, come to our true self, our true unique vibration, and then from here it will be shown to us how am I supposed to serve life, the world. Because people usually ask me, what is my personal mission? But it comes from the mind, this question. It comes, I'm not okay with myself, because in this space we are not okay with ourselves. We think we need healing, we need to fix ourselves. We feel, because our heart, it's actually closed, so the divine flow, the energy doesn't circulate, doesn't flow, so we feel something is missing. So we tend to search on the outside for what is missing inside.
That's so true.
Right? So then we need, also in relationship, but also in personal mission, we tend to think that we need it from outside, but to solve what is uncomfortable within us. So coming back from who we think we should be and how to find our mission. So the first step is actually coming back to our true self, remembering who we are, coming back to our true self, and from there we'll have actually the clarity, what am I supposed to serve, share with the world, right? So we do it from our unique frequency. And all the skills that actually we acquired in the life, even school, even all the experiences, are meant to help us actually to use them in this process.
Do you think that every person on earth has a mission that is a spiritual mission, or we have like different missions? Can be a business mission, can be a community mission, can be, or how are you seeing this? Like, or maybe I'm having this thought, because we cannot be all on the same path. But what path? What do you think? What is the mission that people? What kind of mission they have?
For sure, it doesn't have to be anything big, what the mind thinks it's a big thing. It can be anything, just you know that it feels aligned. You can, for example, a mother is doing her soul mission by having a child, or a teacher, or whatever. I mean, but it's just, I feel the journey is to find the alignment. I think this is the key. Like I tend to use the analogy with the tree, like with the apple tree or an orange tree, right? Its purpose is to make that fruit, right? So in a way, we tend to be an apple, let's say, but we want to do bananas, right? Because so something feels off, right? So our journey is coming back to our true self and make the fruit that it's meant for us.
Oh, yeah. So actually, it's not necessary, I think, maybe to have this idea that you have a bigger mission on earth. Maybe it's something that comes from ego also. Yes. You can look around and actually ask you, what is that thing that I'm doing every day that brings me joy, that I'm feeling alive? And I remember a movie, I think it was a movie with God or something, I don't remember exactly, but it was like a God in a human body. It was like a very old movie. And this person, it was a cleaning man. And nobody was considering that man as being an important light being. He was doing the cleaning all day, you know. But in this invisible work, actually, he was hugging the kids at the school because he was a cleaner in the school. He was hugging the kids. He was opening the doors. He was keeping sure that the floors are all the time clean. So this movie made me see like a different perspective about how important we all are in small jobs that we are doing when we are really connected and doing them from our heart, not from love. Because I can see in my country, in Romania, in your country, I can see a lot of people that they are unhappy at doing their jobs. Even they are having like maybe good payments or something, they are having like corporate jobs or the jobs that they work hard to obtain, and now they are not happy. But I think this is not the job problem, actually.
It's alignment.
It's alignment problem, and also your mindset and your perspective, and it's your own self-development problem. Because if you are becoming this person who is aware, why I'm here, why I'm doing this job, what's my purpose? I have a mission with this job. Maybe I really can make people more relaxed with my own presence in these tense missions, tense meetings, tense meetings, because we all know that in corporate life, all the people are so stressed and so burned out, but maybe your own presence can bring more joy and relaxation in your corporate world. So this for me also, I resigned my job and I changed my whole career because I was not connected with myself, and I thought that is a job problem. I really thought that is a job problem, but I love my job. I love being a communication person. I love writing, speaking. I was channeling so many things, but I didn't know, and so a lot of creativity. But I resigned and I just closed everything because I said, no, I'm not happy, but it was my own problem. I was unhappy because I was unaware of my emotions.
What I was sharing with this. So we're trying to find solutions from this. I'm unhappy, and I'm trying to solve with the mind what could bring me happiness, fulfillment, peace. But it's never going to work from this space. First, we need to come back to our being, and it's a beautiful thing that you shared, because we always tend to think that our mission is something in the future. We have to achieve something, to prove, to do something important, and that's the mind. But actually, the first step, it's being. It's coming back to this place where you are whole, because this is our true nature. Actually, we have everything inside. So when we connect with ourselves, with the divine, with the flow of life, with the universe, we notice that nothing is missing, that we are whole, we are complete, we open up to peace, to love, to abundance, to everything. So this is everything, it's provided already for us. This is how the divine plan, actually, it's meant for us. So then because for me in my journey, I actually went from this trying to achieve to in the corporate world as you did, right? So to this place, to coming back to being, and I call it my monk period, where I would do a lot of for many years a lot of intense practices and meditation, and I found this place of peacefulness, of bliss. I thought I would continue like this for the rest of my life because I was feeling so whole and complete and so much love and bliss. But at some point I realized that there are these energies within us, like in a tree. The tree is meant to make fruits. In the same way, we are meant to serve the world in a way. It doesn't have to be big. It's what it's alive and what it's, as you said, makes us alive, brings us joy. We do it from love. And this is the expression of it. And this is actually what I mean by following your divine destiny, your dharma, how you express yourself from presence, from being.
So beautiful. I want to repeat this sentence one more time. How you express yourself from being. And when I'm telling these words and I'm closing my eyes, I really can feel something shifting inside of me. Like maybe you can also try. People that you are listening to us, just take a break, breathe in, breathe out, and just listen to this beautiful phrase and question. How do I express myself in this life? Just from being. And feel how something changed inside of you. You have this spark of creativity. Maybe you feel more love inside. Maybe you feel more relaxed, Because actually, this is also my perspective about life. How can I create abundance? How can I create easy life just from my own self? And, for me, I always was such a gifted kid with many, many talents. Like, word speaking, okay, but also a lot of talents. But my mind was such a big saboteur. My mind and everything that I saw around me and the way people treat me when I was a child, my mind just blocked all my talents all my life. And I really showed myself as an expression, I think 1% in who I am. Because I was thinking I'm too much, I'm too powerful, like I'm not too powerful, but it's too intense for people to receive my gifts. And also I was keep having this question in my mind, who needs my talents? Like who needs my gifts? So maybe they are people that are listening. Maybe they are in contact with their gifts, right? Maybe they discover they like to paint, they like to sing, they like to dance, they like to create art, they like words, right? They like to write. But then the question is, who is receiving my art? Who is receiving my gift? And because we have this monkey mind all the time, I'm sure that this question we all have, but nobody wants to buy my art, nobody wants to pay me, nobody, right? So how we can fix this? How we can, I don't know, how we can change this? I don't know, what's the better question? How we can change it?
I get the question, yes. But I just, when I hear this, that's the mind usually who's trying to fix. But it's, of course, nothing wrong with it. What I would like to share is that, we had this discussion before in Bali some days ago about that we tend to hide ourselves because we make all these protection mechanisms from the ego, and we feel it's something wrong, so our gifts are wrong. So we form these beliefs, hidden beliefs, we are not aware of them, that something is wrong with them, nobody sees me, and so on. So what we actually broadcast from this, it's actually, and this frequency, this fear, and actually the world reconfirm it. So people will reject me, will not appreciate me for my gifts, for who I truly am. So we tend to hide and to form some people-pleasing or other strategies in order to get what we need. So how we fix this, what is the solution? It's actually counterintuitive, because it will never work from trying to solve it. Because the ego is so tricky, will keep us looping again and again, and will prove ourselves, I feel rejected, I'm not worth it, and so on. So for me, what I discovered, the actual solution is to make what I call a quantum jump.
Quantum jump. Here we are, the juicy stuff.
Yes.
Bring the juices.
Bring the juices. So what do I mean by that? Is that how this universe works in the quantum field is that all possibilities are already existent. So even abundance, even aligned friends, aligned clients, everything pre-exists, but at a different frequency than the one we are currently operating at. Because on this, on our identity, keeps us on a certain timeline or configuration of reality. But if we come back to our true self, we're actually changing the timeline. And in this reality, there is already, I'm aligned with my gifts, people see me, I get abundance, recognition, like everything, it's already done. With this is the surprising thing. And quantum science proved this, that all possibilities exist already in the field. We just need to align with the frequency of that reality.
Wow. I have this crazy idea. Can we do like a quantum jump meditation now? For people that are listening to us, maybe we just can try for 5 minutes, not something very complex, but like a taste of it. How is this feeling? Because, I'm also very practical in a way.
Yes.
And I want to bring spiritual insights and things to all of us, because I'm done with us living in these two separate worlds. Look, they are spiritual, they are normal, they are corporate, they are business. I just want us to become one. This is my purpose, like to all become one and to understand that we all have spirit inside of us, and stop this judgment thing. You are a business, we can collaborate. And also this sacred space, it's created with people that are also spiritual and also not spiritual, and they are combining everything. And because I'm telling about this, I can share this example about the clothes that I'm wearing right now, because it's a perfect combination between business and spirituality, which also I really love, and that's why I'm wearing these beautiful clothes. So this is Kartini's label, an Indonesian brand. And what they are doing, actually, they are combining the Indonesian spirituality, like remembering the ancestors, remembering the elements from the earth. They are praying when they are creating these clothes. They are doing their ceremonies. And then they're selling these beautiful outfits, because they have this saying that you can heal in what you wear. It's not only that, look, it's fast fashion. We are really taking our time to choose best fabrics, to choose colors, to connect with our ancestor and with the spirit. And then when you put something on your body, you already feel, in a way, this vibration and this connection. So the way they did it, the way they combine the business and spirituality, this is also my vision in my own life, to bring people together, to combine these two worlds, because we are all one. And I will keep speaking about this until I really feel that we are aligned. Landed. Yeah, because I don't feel okay in these separations. I don't feel, because I belong in many worlds. I have so many roles. I have none. I'm changing. I want to be part of many groups. Not just, this is, I think, to live in acceptance is super important.
I always had this was also a big lesson for me to integrate, and because we're always thinking about ascension, right? To go higher and higher vibration, but actually, because we're in the human body, our lesson for most of us, it's actually descending in the way that to bring that frequency that it's our unique, the highest frequency that we can access, to bring it actually into the body, into the cells, and from this to be an expression for the divine. So this is how, in my vision, how we unite the divine with the human experience.
Okay, so we are not, when we become spiritual person, we are not meditating whole day and ignoring our needs, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, we actually the how we express, right? It's how we express that frequency, our unique frequency, into the world. This is how we actually embody that frequency.
Should embody the frequency. Yeah, I had one client one time, and she told me, very angry at me, I don't know why, when we did a healing session together, and she was like, I don't have your time to stay all day to meditate and ignore my life. And I said, but I'm not ignoring my life. I'm just meditating like a way of understanding myself. But then after some hours, of course, and if I'm doing one-on-one sessions, then I also have like practical things to do. Also, planning a podcast is very practical, very practical.
A lot of challenges.
Even when you're doing it in Bali, it's 10 times harder than when you're doing it in Europe. So yeah, spirituality, if you are starting this path, if you are start meditating, if you are start discovering yourself, if you are start aligning with your own blue pattern, your own soul pattern, it's not that you cannot work anymore. Actually, a lot of gurus also from India and also from China, it's one phrase that I really like it. They say, when you, before becoming spiritual, chop wood and carry water. After you became spiritual person, chop wood and carry water. Like nothing is changing.
Yes, and I know also a woman in an ashram in India where I used to stay for some time. She was in the kitchen serving food like every day, and she became a saint by doing this with love. So that's why we had this discussion earlier. Like, it's not important outside what you do, even if it's a big or small thing. It's if you're becoming a channel for that, and you're doing it from love, from alignment, from serving life. That's the thing. And also I wanted to share this from what you shared before. For me, is the analogy with the tree.
Yeah.
Like the spiritual path. So we have the branches, the fruits, like the expansion. Then we have the roots, where it's actually our subconscious and all our shadows and everything that we need to work with and integrate in this process. And we have the trunk, which is actually the expression in the real world. So all these three dimensions, actually, we need to embody in order to be a complete spiritual practice and to unite the divine with the human. I love it.
So tell me one more time. So we have the roots, which are the subconscious mind?
Yes, the shadows, the inner child, the emotions, everything that it's usually some of it's unseen, right?
Unseen, yeah. What people don't know about us, but we also don't know. It can be also this. I like to call them like parts of the soul, like many parts of inside of us. So this is the subconscious, and then the trunk, which is.
The trunk, it's our expression in the physical world. This is the embodiment. When we take action, like what you shared, how we actually express in the world.
Okay.
Right? And then the branches.
The branches, yeah.
It's our connection with our superconscious, if you want to call it, with the divine, with the soul, with the spirit.
Okay, so what do you think? How do you think this tree is looking right now? when I'm thinking about people around us, and if we imagine trees instead of people, how they are, where is the imbalance? What we don't have? We don't have the roots, we don't have the trunk, or we don't have the branches.
The thing is that we have it all. The problem is, where is the focus? Where is the awareness?
Okay.
So the awareness, the consciousness is mostly, for majority of people, it's focused on the subconscious, on our beliefs, and we operate from this. And the connection with the divine, with the superconscious, is not so well established. So because of that, we operate from our limitations most of all, and we like this, and we tend to reinforce them over and over. So in order to, because you asked how we fix this, it's the same thing, that the discussion that we shared before with the tree, like it's the same principle. So how we solve this is actually aligning with our superconscious, with our higher self, who is guiding us through intuition, through nudges. Come here, my darling. you know, through the path of excitement, what makes our heart open, you know, what brings us joy. This is how our soul communicates to us. Come this way, come this way. But in the same time, when we're being called to follow our divine path, the roots, the shadows, right? They tend to come up. Who do you think you are? Nobody sees you.
Yes.
And so on. So then we need to alchemize these things. That energy that used to sabotage ourselves, to integrate it.
How we
to
do
become The short answer is awareness and love. To
Awareness
stay
and love.
when that trigger comes up, hold space for it. Because usually it's something uncomfortable that comes up and aligned with the story, you know, like thoughts, but it's a combination between an emotional trigger and a story that we tell ourselves. You're not good enough, not working, but it, you know, so we hold space for this to process in our field and to let it go. Mm-hmm.
Very beautiful. Thank you for this metaphor with the tree, and it's very practical. I love it. And I wanted to say that when I did my yoga teacher training this year, this happened to me. Like, I worked a lot on my shadows, but when you practice very intense for 1 month yoga every day, and a lot of things are coming out from the roots.
Yes.
And it was so difficult for me, from my mind actually, to see that I'm a bad person. You know, because a lot of things were like shadows, and I was seeing myself in such a bad way, like, oh my God, I have so much dark. I have so much dark. And I don't remember, it was like the darkness that I'm saying, it was me shouting at my mom or my dad, me doing, like, not being fair to my ex-partners, or no, I think it was a type of behavior that I had coming from my wounds, but I didn't know any better. Like, and it was so hard for me to find that love inside, so I can create space for that part of me to see, oh my God, but I'm living a human experience. I'm not this perfect human being that I want to be. I want to be seen as a perfect human being, but I'm having also shadows and lights. So when the shadows are coming, when these behaviors, strange behaviors it's coming, I just hold space for me. Because also in my relationship with my friends, I used to want to be perfect, you know? I didn't want to disappoint my friends.
Love and light,
yeah.
Right? That's such a misconception in spirituality, because we have this idea that it's only about light and high vibrations, but that actually makes us to judge our humanness and our shadows, and that's a recipe for disaster, for plateauing in our evolution, actually, because we cannot go, like with a tree, right? We cannot go higher if we don't go deeper.
Yeah.
So this is a very beautiful process, actually, when all these shadows come up, all these reactions come up, because it's an opportunity actually for healing, for integration. So sometimes, of course, it might be too much for our nervous system to hold all this if it's very intense. But it's, first of all, it's acceptance, not judgment. And acceptance, I feel, is such a powerful word, because it's just the key that transforms everything. Okay, love, it's a higher vibration. So, but acceptance is just what there are many definitions. One that resonates with me for acceptance is just letting that energy pass through me. I don't have to reject it anymore, to solve it, to fix it. I just let it pass through me.
Yeah.
It changes.
Let that energy go. Let the energy go. And this is actually, you can do a practice when you feel like sadness, when you feel you have this pain, or maybe like anger. You just maybe use your hands, you know, embody. Use your hands to let that emotion, because everything is energy. Even that this word sounds so strange. Energy. What is energy? You know, it feels like, wow, what is that? Energy is everything. Even our emotions are energy. So when you are having this energy of anger or fire inside, you just breathe and use your hands, breathe and let it go, let it flow, let it, like you said, just flow through me.
Yes, and actually when we do that, we're actually shifting timelines to come back to this. So because on this timeline configuration of reality where we are, where it's our identity current, and we are having these reactions, we usually tend to solve them in the way we're used to, but it's keeping us on the same. But when we accept, we're at the cross point actually. So when we accept, we're actually passing the test. So we're shifting to a different timeline, to a different configuration of reality. And things, people behave differently. You notice a lot of, it might not be huge, but things begin to shift completely from a totally different point of view.
I love the way you are putting this structure on thing, you know. And
I love structure.
You love structure, yeah, more than
because me. With this, you know, metaphysical things, it's good to give it a container.
Yeah. So I want just to summarize this idea that you said, that when we're working with our emotions, where we are embodying our tree, when we are creating more love and acceptance, when we are we are aligned with our mission, even that the mission is small, like it's a small mission, it's our mission because we are aligned with that. When we are living our life from the heart with love, we are shifting timelines, which means we are entering on a new pathway. And on that pathway, for me, I'm imagining that there are two roads. Like I can see one is down and one is a little bit more up. So we are here walking on the road, but then when we are doing all the things that I mentioned before, we are just jumping on this other road. And of course, when we're jumping on this other road, maybe this road is going to Bali. So now we are also going to Bali. And because the road is going to Bali, on this road we are meeting like beautiful people here that will help you to create the podcast. So, you know, never know what's happening, what you are aligned, and how you shift, and how it will open your new road, your new way.
Divine destiny.
Divine destiny. But I have so many clients, they are discovering their gifts. So this is something that I saw. They are discovering their gifts together in one-on-one sessions, but then they don't want to embody, because this question appear. Oh my God.
That's the roots, the shadows.
Yeah.
When we, as I was sharing before, so when we align with because it's not actually the mind says I don't have clarity, but we know, our soul knows, is that we're afraid.
We're afraid, yeah.
Yes. We're afraid of what comes up, and it's exactly what you shared with your clients, that who am I to do this? I'm not capable, I cannot do it, and so on. Right, so for that, it's. I believe we need also community. I believe we also need empowerment. I believe we also need to be in a frequency that can hold us in our true divine image, or on who we truly are. To people to be reflected, our light to be reflected back to us, to reflect back our light, who we truly are. Because usually we tend to seek approval from the wrong people. From people who don't see us, and then reconfirms our limitations. So that's why it's so important to come together with people who truly see you, who can hold you in your light, in your divine frequency. And then you remember by this. Your nervous system can relax. Yes, this is me. I know now.
Oh, I'm so grateful for you guys because you came into my life and you really helped me to see this light that you are speaking about. So I wanted to end this beautiful sacred space that we created here together with two things. I will invite you to pull a cards for our audience with a message that you will discover on these beautiful cards, and also I want you to offer us a short meditation, which is this quantum leaping meditation, so we can do this.
An idea came to mind. Yes, a practical tool.
Yeah, just practical for 5 minutes, not long. I don't know if we have a...
So start with the card.
We start with the card and then we end with the meditation, okay? let's take a card from.
So what is the intention? It's for
the people that they are watching
a message.
us.
What is coming alive now from this, right?
Yeah. Strictly from Bali. Ubud, you have your message. Wow, amazing.
Celestial visions. Cosmic instructions.
Multidimensional
gifts.
So we are just speaking the whole session about gifts.
Multidimensional, right?
Yes. Oh my God, this is such a beautiful, thing that we just got this card. And this is not something that this is something that happened now. Like we didn't
You have to erase the mark here.
Yeah, no, it's not marked. So cosmic instruction, multidimensional gifts, and look at this beautiful picture. It's like we are all having the gifts that we are speaking about. And yes, maybe this session, maybe our conversation will help you to tap in more these gifts, to tap in more in your
multidimensional
gifts, and then let them shine. Perfect. Thank you so much for pulling this beautiful card. And now we are ready to jump.
To use our multidimensional access and being, because we forget we have this capacity. We try to solve with the mind, but using our multidimensional, I love this word, it's actually connecting with our higher self, which already knows the path, which already knows the solution. And the short practice I would like to share, it's actually the way how we actually tend to solve our challenges from the current reality. And I will invite everyone to think of what is the current challenge that you're facing, that it's repeating, maybe over and over, you cannot find a solution to it, or you try to think of something, it seems to work, but then gets back. You got it?
Yeah.
Good. So let's sit comfortably for a few moments and take a deep breath. And exhale, let the body relax. Connect with the breath for a few moments. Let the mind settle, relax. And coming back to the present moment, more and more into the body, connected with the breath. Relaxing the body. Feeling the connection with the Mother Earth, deep roots to the center of the earth. And also expand through the spine, the awareness through the crown, connecting with the divine energy. And calling both of them into the heart. And bringing awareness to this challenge in your life. And just observe how it feels and the tendency of the mind, how it wants to solve it, to fix it. Even if it's uncomfortable for a moment and it brings some contraction, feeling that it's something missing, just observe it and accept it and let it go for a moment. Don't try to solve it. Accept the feeling that is behind it. Maybe it's a bit uncomfortable feeling, but just stay with it. Because usually we don't want to solve the problem, we want to solve what is uncomfortable within us. Just hold space for that feeling and When you feel ready that it can be released, take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, let it go. We unhook from this energy field. We unhook from trying to solve it. Now we actually can connect with the quantum field. We expand our awareness beyond ourselves, connecting with the divine in whatever way works for you. Maybe opening the heart, expanding the awareness with the field of all possibilities. Maybe accepting more love into our heart, more gratitude, connecting with this divine vibration. And in this space of all possibilities, you'll notice that one configuration of reality calls you in. That might be the opposite of the challenge, or what might be something that makes your heart alive, expand. How is that life feel like? That configuration of reality that is calling you. Where in this space, in this frequency, the challenge doesn't exist anymore. And connecting also with your true identity. Who is this person who is living this life? How does she carry herself? What does she dress? What does she believe that in the old version was causing the problem? What is changed now? And from this space, from this higher vibration, you might ask for intuitive guidance, for a symbol, for a message, in whatever way wants to come, to give, to receive a solution that it's most aligned with you.
Thank you for listening Sacred Conversation. You can support us by sending this link to a family member, friend, or someone who will benefit from this conversation. Thank you, and until next time, stay blessed and stay happy.